video, I'm gonna take you on a journey with me to go and pick up my brand new Mark 1 project build, and just to see the whole experience and the journey with this car. So if you guys do go on to enjoy this video and want to see more just like it, well, hit that subscribe button. So, bit of backstory before we even begin. My father told me, look, here's a budget, find your first car. And I already knew I had one in mind. I wanted a VW Fox. Now, for those who don't know what a VW Fox is or just isn't from South Africa, VW Fox is basically a Mark 1 Jetta that's received a facelift and a few visual changes. But overall, the Jetta and the Fox are basically same thing. I know some people aren't gonna like that statement, but it is. With that being said, I wanted a VW Fox and the search began. There were a few things when it came to criteria that I was looking for, and that was preferably the car needed to be a 1.8, needed to have the sports seats, somewhat original. You know, I didn't want something that was fiddled with and messed around with, that was going to take a whole lot of money to undo what was done to then still do what I want to do to it. So with that in mind, we finally found one, and I'm going to throw a few pictures up right now of what the car looked like. We were told, because I was sitting at a dealer, we were told the car, for its age, it had a few scratches and dents, nothing major. The car ran well. It just had an issue where first gear wouldn't select sometimes. But other than that, the car was running in great condition. So we finalized everything, bought the car, and went up to go and pick it. And that is where we pick up right now. Welcome. So we currently pick up. It is 1:30 in the morning. We are getting ready to just get the car ready to go, and it's gonna take us about, should be roughly 6 hours to actually get there, to actually pick the vehicle up. I'm super excited. It's super early, so I am tired, but we're just gonna keep pushing and just try and get it done. Now I don't know how much I am gonna film because it is dark, like cinematics wise, so I might just cut to it when we halfway there. But yes, if you guys do go on to enjoy this video, don't forget, leave a like and subscribe for more content just like this. What the hell? Whoa. It's a boat. So we're now in Harrismith. It is about 4:30. It is extremely cold, hence why the camera's all over the place like this. No, it's crazy cold. I don't know why we decided winter would be a good time to come and make a trip like this, but yeah, it's roads are quiet because it is, I do apologize, it's cold, it is cold. So hopefully the rest of the road is also quiet, but the later it gets, the more people are going to be on the road, so hopefully we get there when it's still a bit quiet. So yeah, oh, you guys, oh, don't worry guys, we'll be there soon. We have made it, we have touched down in Gauteng now. So without further ado, welcome to my new car.
And this was the exact moment that everything changed. The car was in a worse state than expected. The car's bodywork was just in a sorry state. The car had dents on the roof, large scrapes on the side of the bodywork was incredibly wavy. It just wasn't what we expected. Then to come along with that was the mechanical issues, from the shocks being shoelaced, the engine having a bearing knock, as well as the gears just being all over the place, to a point where if you were to see at a robot, you would spend a large majority of your time trying to find where any of the gears were. So the car was a bit in a shocking state. So we couldn't come down with the vehicle, so we had to leave it there. But we left it in the hands of Europa panel beaters, and they took care of the vehicle and sorted this vehicle out when it came to bodywork. They took on a massive challenge and actually overcame it. So the vehicle saw a complete workover. The vehicle had damage to the front. The whole cradle was bent, the chassis legs were bent. They also straightened the chassis legs and they cut off and welded on a new cradle. But they also just went over the entire vehicle, going over every single imperfection to make this vehicle absolutely perfect. And as you can see from the footage right now, they took their time to absolutely hit it out of the park. So massive thank you and shout out to Europa panel beaters. They honestly took on the challenge and just they knocked it out of the park. So we had to then come back to Durban, grab whatever and sort all our plans out, and then head back up to now sort out the vehicle and get it home. And when I tell you, I can't put into words how blown away I was with how amazing the car turned out. And this is with the vehicle not even having its beadings and all of its trim on. With it having just its white bumpers, it really completely changed the way the vehicle looked. But there wasn't much time to stand and just drool over how amazing the vehicle looks. We needed to get to work. So first thing we did, we jacked the vehicle up because we needed to drop the sump and go over all of the bearings. And that's exactly what we did. And to actually discover that one of the bearings completely broke in half. So luckily for us, there was no damage to the crank. However, it was a time consuming task to go over the bearings, as well as we changed the water pump and added a new oil pump. So the vehicle was now in a drivable state to finally get us home. So with the vehicle still having issues to the gearbox, we really were taking a chance, because we could have gone down the road and had the gears just completely give out on us and be stranded on the side of the road. Luckily, that wasn't what happened. Now when it came back to coming down, I mean from Joburg to Durban, it is over 600 k's if I'm not mistaken, and the journey is honestly a really good time to just break in the vehicle. But this is a shot of what the vehicle now looks like with the black arch piece, with the black beading. This is what the final look of the car is looking like right now, and it looks absolutely stunning. Chef's kiss, the vehicle looks perfect. Now when it came to traveling down, the vehicle really didn't give us that much uphill, except when we got to about the halfway point. From there, the vehicle just began to do the strange thing of it would get stuck in gear. It wouldn't want to come out of fourth, it wouldn't want to go into fifth, it would just get stuck at random points. Luckily for us, since we were traveling on the freeway, it was just fifth gear all the way, and we made it home. Now that we are finally home, I can finally go through and show you my 1991 VW Fox. Well, just give you a basic overview. So as you can see, we color coded the bumpers, and I want to hear from you, was that the right thing to do, or should I left it black? Now I just want to show you, look at the rear corner. The rear quarter there is so shiny, and just the reflection of this paint is flawless. And the thing is, this vehicle's actually dirty. The car has been sitting for a bit, and collect a whole lot of dust, but the shine on this car is just absolutely beautiful. Now if we actually take a look at the interior, we see that it has the original 1800 sports seats. Well, the interior in general is absolutely original. Now you can see that there is large wear and tear, but that's all years of getting in and out. It's just wear and tear. As I said, the car is over 30 years old, so these are things that we should come to expect. How there's tears like on the rear seats, I'm not sure, but what really blew me away was the headliner. It is so clean and spotless for 30 years. It's actually a bit surprising. Now if I give you a bit of a POV view, once you jump into the car, you are greeted with a VW MK1 airbag spec steering wheel. Now the airbag spec steering wheel needs a bit of TLC. It is a bit rough around the edges. The car comes with no radio, so that is something we still need to put in. As you can see, it comes there, but if you look at the door pad, you can see how fresh, like it almost left factory just like that. Oh, and something cool, one speaker on the left, no speaker on the right. The speaker just never got put back. It came with the car, but once again, look at how clean the headliner is. Now if we look at the engine, what we have here is an 1800 carburetor. This car was, back in the day, the cream of the crop. If you had this, you were that guy. Nowadays, yeah, there are a lot faster engines, a lot more power out of them, but an 1800 carburetor motor is still a very strong engine. Now here you can see, I'm just showing you all the work that was done. The chassis leg was bent there and also underneath the battery. So when it comes to the engine, we are gonna work on it, but I don't want to reveal too much now. I want to leave you guessing, have you come back to future videos, because we are gonna completely go over this vehicle. Every single nuts and bolts is gonna be looked at to make sure this car is in the best condition it's ever been in its life. So with all that being said, if you don't want to miss us on that, you really need to hit that subscribe button. Now the biggest thing with the VW Fox is the massive boot. Yes, it is incredibly untidy at the moment, but as I said, there's a speaker for the right door, it is there. But this was the main thing for the VW Fox that I wanted, was a massive boot, because you get all the perks of owning a VW Golf 1, but you get a larger boot. So with all that being said, this is my 1991 VW Fox. But before I end off, I want to hear from you. How do you feel about these wheels? They are 17-inch reps. I think they VX or something. I don't even know what they are. But should I keep them? Should I get rid of them? I want to hear from you. But before I actually end off this video, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who assisted in getting this vehicle, and massive thank you to Adesh, my uncle Carl, Lal, as well as my father, because without them this car would not be where it is today. So with all this being said, thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you guys in the next one.